pop in as we're plowing through the west central New Mexico, making our way back to Arizona and then on to California. Feeling a little like Beverly Hillbillies. Keep an eye on the people count. This is Half Mile. Keep an eye on the chat. Should anybody pop up and ask a question. It's a nice day today. Temperature's about 90 degrees. Traffic sucks. It's a lot of vehicles on the highway today. A lot of semi-trucks. And semis are going just a little bit slower than I'm going. And the other 2/3 of the traffic are going just a little bit faster than I'm going. So it's like you can't really just stay up on the cruise. Somebody just popped in. Don't know who.
I don't either
yet. Well, we got to bring the chat up. Okay, come on. It's going to take me a minute. Hang on, I'm trying to get the chat up so this Half Mile can watch this. And that brought up a commercial. Not what I want to do. There's the live chat, top messages, right? Create a channel to join the chat. No, we don't need to do that. Why are we not getting your messages? Why am I not getting the messages? I'm going to click that. Hang on. And it brought up another commercial. There we go. We got the live chat. Real quick while I'm driving. We got Jeff H. We got Proto Ken, Johnny Fawning, Mike Webb, Game Stalker, and Extreme Armor. I'm going to hand the phone back off to Mrs. Half Mile so I can concentrate on the road. How y'all doing? Woo! That was a long week of shooting.
Okay, Mike Webb, Steve Kelly. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, y'all. So we got a handful of people in, so I can start flapping my gums, I guess. Yes, it was a long week of shooting. We competed. We both competed on the drive up. Y'all suggested that perhaps Mrs. Half Mile do some filming. She did. We got a lot of editing to do on that.
Scarif Rogue One's on and Proto taken.
Okay, we already said hi to him.
Okay, how was the competition?
No, we're getting that. The competition was good. We will. Let me finish my thought about the Mrs. Half Mile doing the filming. There was one match she didn't shoot that I did, and she played camera girl while I was shooting. And I'm still trying to figure out how I want to edit this, because she just has me shooting the match. And I think I'm probably going to do some blah blah at home. Say, okay, this is the match, da 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 da. This is the first stage, then cut to her video. Then I can say what I did, what I think I did wrong, what I think I did right. We'll do that for all 4 stages of the match. I thought I really screwed the pooch on at one point. I was able to recover, and somehow I still managed to shoot well enough, not to win, but to earn some Texas Distinguished points for the TSRA Snort and Bowl match. It's a hard match to shoot, so that'll take some editing to do. So we shot the Texas State Championship on Tuesday, New Mexico State Championship on Wednesday, Colorado State Championship on Thursday, and the Charlie Purtle Regional Friday and Saturday. Had a couple of good matches, had a couple of matches, but I managed to maintain my overall fairly consistently. And in the team matches, my teammate and I, we managed to either place first or second in our classification for all the team matches. And the hard gun for me to shoot sometimes is the semi-auto. And I'm very pleased to say that across all my team matches, all of my team match scores, plus my personal match 5 scores, which are the same course of fire as the team match, all those matches were within 6 points either way. So literally a 6-point spread.
Mr. Seawolf's asking, did you hear about Mr. Trump?
Yes, I did, Mr. Seawolf. That was all the discussion at the banquet last night. And when we got back to the travel trailer, I brought up some video and watched what happened. Mr. Trump is extremely lucky. As they said on the radio today while I was driving, a little bit of divine intervention. Something made him turn his head at just the right time and catch it through the ear this way instead of this way. I just hope that this 20-year-old idiot from Pennsylvania isn't going to bring hellfire on the rest of us. I just so happened to put a short up today. I was able to make it go live today. It's just a little snippet of one of the videos I made while we were in Raton. And I put that up. I uploaded it Saturday, and it was immediately demonetized. So I had to appeal, and this morning it was finally green, so I set it live. And what's funny is somebody in comments on that, because I saw them when we grabbed lunch, said something about lucky I wasn't at the Trump rally. Well, you know what? If that was me at the Trump rally, I would be on the counter sniper team, and it'd be very unlucky for Mr. 20-year-old dirtbag, or the former Mr. 20-year-old dirtbag. Oh, what was that? It went away before I could read it.
Have one of it. Do they issue trophies or medallions or prizes? People giving demo mat. The shooter was wearing demolition.
Looked like a Demolition shirt, and I also saw last night that Carricker posted a picture of the shooter down with the comment box, "What the hell?" And so I'm pretty sure it was a Demolition shirt, and it was probably urban camouflage. Of course, they're saying on the news today this cat was a registered Republican who donated money to left-wing liberal something or other the day Biden was inaugurated, or shortly after the inauguration. So who knows what it is? I highly doubt he is or was a Republican. Back to the medallions and/or trophies for the regional. There are medallions for the first, second, and third place overall. I think I was like 14th overall for the entire regional, or for the entire match. That regional and New Mexico and Texas State Championships included. Pardon me, New Mexico and Colorado State Championships. The Texas State Championship was a standalone match. We did get plaques for the team matches And then we got a nice pass down the prize table. I was two places out of a gun or the very expensive match fees for the Texas State Championships for 2025. I did get a nice 1,000 rounds of Atlanta Arms 158 grain ball for service revolver and distinguished revolver matches. And then the other half, she picked up a really nice buck knife for me on her pass through the table. And it's one of the buck customs with genuine elk horn skins. It's a very nice knife, very nice looking knife.
So, Mike Webb was question mark. How can they continue to show Trump being shot and still reject firearm channel videos? And then Jeff H. said he registered Republican to cross vote against Trump in the primaries.
That's what I was thinking.
And then it was Dream Armor asked how many people were competing in the matches.
This year there was, for the New Mexico matches, well, let's back it up. We'll go to the Texas match. There were 21 people shooting the Texas State Championship, even though there were like 40 of us on the line. Only 21 of the shooters were TSRA members, and you had to be a TSRA member to compete in that match. Anybody else that was shooting on that match was simply shooting as practice. They didn't turn in scores, and that's what made earning the distinguished points for the Snort and Bull match that much more challenging, because only like the top 10% of non-distinguished shooters can earn points. So some of the people were distinguished. The most leg positions could be awarded would be 2. So I'm really happy that I held in there good enough to get distinguished points for the TSRA distinguished match.
And Orange Smoke M7, he's online. He said he's hiding out in his house because it's too hot out.
Hey Orange, how you doing? Now back to the other half of the match for the New Mexico, Colorado, and regional matches. We had 40-some shooters. We actually had more shooters this year for this match than we did last year. And as I commented, it was a bunch of new shooters, or new to coming to Raton shooters, because approximately 10 people who would normally be there weren't there this year for whatever reason. So it wasn't the biggest of matches, but it was a lot of shooting. It was a lot of competition, and yeah, it's challenging because up there in Raton you're at 7,000 feet, and you've got to breathe for every shot, because if you don't, the first thing that goes before your fine motor skills is your fine vision. So you got to breathe for every shot. It makes it very challenging. And those of us, like we live at maybe 1,100 feet. We get up to 7,000 feet on occasions. We're kind of accustomed to it, but we're not 100% acclimated to the altitude. But the kids from Mississippi that came up, they live at, one of them lives at 30 foot above sea level, one of them is maybe 400 feet above foot above sea level. So it was an eye-opener for them.
Everybody's talking about how hot it is.
Yes, it's pretty, well, it's actually warm. It's a cool warm here. We're probably 90 to 93 degrees, which is not too terrible bad. Tomorrow, when we're crossing through the hot part of the Arizona desert, it's going to be miserable. So let's see, videos. Let's see if I can count on my head while I'm driving. 1, 2, 3. Then I got rained out. Then I got 2, 5. I think I got 7, maybe 8 videos put up. I did shoot the last video this morning, just a quickie before we hooked up the trailer and drug it back to Albuquerque. And I've apologized in the last 2 videos I made. I'm going to apologize again in advance. In my haste to get all the shooting gear, which was primary, I failed to get all the camera gear, which was a secondary objective, and I forgot to put the big camera, the one that has a photo lens, in the truck. So I was not able to get good clear video of the long-range targets. So I drove 30 miles up into Colorado a second time to buy a camera, and I bought a cheapo Vivitar, which only had 16 power digital zoom. And yeah, because I know where it is, I can see it, I can see the hit, but without me like drawing a circle, nobody else is going to see it. So I gotta figure out how I'm going to do that. And I can pretty much guarantee it's not going to show the buffalo.
Extreme Armor saw the short clip on the deer. He thought it was pretty cool.
What about today's short? Shooting off a tripod. Which almost makes me think that since shooting off the tripod at distance was immediately demonetized as unsuitable for most advertisers a few hours before the assassination attempt, makes you wonder what the anti-gunners know or knew.
Henry G's online now.
Hey Henry G, how you doing, sir? Those of y'all that know, I had to stop and get a taste from home. Whataburger. So what else is happening? Let's see. Back to filming in the matches. In the first days that I was there, I had something wrong with my heel that was really hurting, and I talked about that in one of the videos that I made, and it's doing much better today.
Henry said, "Hello, Halfmiler," and then he said, "Halfmiler plus 1."
So I thought it might be like a bone spur, or maybe I did something with stretched or strained the ligament, but a couple other people that I shoot with, they were pretty sure I probably developed plantar fasciitis in my left foot, and for whatever reason my tenny runners were aggravating the spot. But I traveled that far to shoot. I humped the range. I don't know how many miles a day I humped on the range, but I humped that range up and down. Shot all my matches. Didn't let it slow me down. I slowed the rest of the line down because I didn't try to hurry it. I was walking like Chester from Gunsmoker, Grandpa McCoy from the real McCoys. Literally a step and a half.
And Steve Kelly said there was a flag behind Trump that got tangled up when he got shot that looked like an angel, divine protection.
Wow, I have to rewatch that video and see that. I have no explanation for why or what would make him turn his head at just the right moment. The other thing I have no explanation for is how in the world did the Secret Service let somebody get within 130 yards of the president from an elevated platform. Pardon me, the former president, from an elevated platform. I understand from what I was listening to today, it sounds like, I guess the Secret Service detail was asking for additional support, and Alejandro Mayorkas, that jerk, who just happens to be the secretary over Homeland Security, where the Secret Service falls under now, was denying additional agents for the protection detail due to budget concerns, apparently. Mayorkas was a jerk as a U.S. attorney when I was just a young Border Patrol agent. There were 2 Border Patrol agents killed at the station I was assigned to 19 years before I came on duty. And that'd be George Azrak and Theodore Newton. And they were killed by a couple of illegal aliens who were smuggling marijuana. Well, when one of these guys was coming up for parole because California had done away with the death penalty, they got life in prison. And one of them's coming up for a parole hearing, and every Border Patrol agent in the country wrote Mayorkas saying, "Do not approve this." And the jerk did. Even as a U.S. attorney, he had no love for the Border Patrol. He has no love for the Border Patrol now. And he's the secretary overseeing the agency Border Patrol is part of. And now also the agency that's protecting the president and former presidents.
Okay, so they did hear the report on the 600 yard, so that was good.
Good.
You were asked by Rogue One what was the best run on the match and which gun. And then, let's see, evidently a PO encountered shooter before he took shot and went back down later.
I hadn't heard that one. PO would be police officer, I guess.
Okay.
I know that people in the stands were saying, "There's somebody on the roof with a rifle," and I guess the local law enforcement was a little lackadaisical on responding. Best run. Well, I'm going to say my best run. I had 3 really good runs. Well, let's say 4 really good runs. My TSR-8 Distinguished Revolver, which was the full 50-yard course shot with a 4-inch duty gun. I earned distinguished points on that match. Now I'm already distinguished, NRA distinguished semi-auto and revolver, and now I am also distinguished. I've earned my badge for production distinguished, which is a plastic gun. I shoot a Springfield XD for that. So actually all 3 of my distinguished matches for this week for the regional were all excellent scores. And then my other best would be the last day during the Revolver 1500 match. My match 5, which is a 50-yard match. It's a 60-round course. I shot a 592 33X, so I only dropped 8 points out of 60 rounds. So I shot 8 9s over the course of it. So that was a really good run.
And then Henry G. About the encountering the shooter, and then he says the snipers had primal optics SS, and then they run night force, got couple, I love them, and had thermal.
Well, see, now the counter snipers, once they got the guy, boom, he was done. Question is, why did it take them so long to find the guy? Where was their area of, their assigned viewing area not towards that building? Did he manage to get up as both just happened to be looking the other direction, checking out their field of view? I don't know.
And remember, there were reports that there might be 3.
Yeah, originally, so yesterday, I think it was Jeff B. was saying that the early reports were 3 people involved. That seems to boil back down to 1 shooter, but 3 people injured, 1 dead, 2 injured, 1 dead. So 3 casualties, besides Trump. So yeah, I'm still at a loss for why it took so long to spot this guy, but once they spotted him, they eliminated him, and that's good. So what else we got going?
It's just a continuation on that optics. But I mean, hopefully when they do the investigation and figure out everything, it's not going to be slanted towards whatever political beef is going.
And I do hope that they increase the security detail for Trump now. And unfortunately, I think this is going to mean an end of his outdoor rallies. So he's not going to have the 50,000 spectator or 50,000 attendance rallies anymore. It's quite the Ronald Reagan moment.
And Henry G. also said that the report said that the local police encountered him before the shot.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to do any news reading today. Like I said, I got up 5:30 this morning, drank some coffee. 6 o'clock I was throwing a rifle in the truck, went to the buffalo range, cranked out a quick video. 6:20 I was back at the trailer, loading the truck the rest of the way and getting the trailer hooked up to pole, so I didn't have time to do any internet.
On too.
What's that?
Hootie-hoo's on.
Hey, Hootie Hoo! What's up, Hootie? How are you, sir?
Did you let him know I watch him? He says it's super hot outside.
I can imagine it's super hot there. Just FYI, Hootie, I never say it, but quite often Mrs. Halfmile's watching when I'm watching over my shoulder when I'm watching and moderating the chat. Since you're here, I probably won't be in the chat tonight because I'll probably still be driving. In fact, let me go ahead and turn the screen around and give you all another view of western central New Mexico. A whole lot of wide open countryside. We got us a long grade here, and then we'll top out. Should have quite a few off in the distance to the west. It's flat, but we are going up at about a 6, maybe 7% grade right now. Hey, Jeff H. I managed to see that one before the... Oh, we're coming up on the Continental Divide. So, as we know, as soon as we get up here just before the bridge, we'll be 7,275 feet altitude. And I do believe I've got a U-joint going out again. I hit a bump and it started talking to me. I had two go out. Last year, going to or coming back from Mississippi, got the U-joints changed. They actually changed 3 of the 4 because the one at the transmission was still super tight. But I've got a weird vibration that comes on right at 35, then it goes away. And just now, we hit a bump and it got that little vibration you feel in the seat of your pants. I'm trying to make it go away, but
Steve Kelly's hopping off. Jeff B64 said hello to you and me.
Alrighty, Jeff B. Steve Kelly, we'll catch you later, sir. Thanks for joining in for a little bit. I appreciate it. Get this. I'll leave y'all. Let y'all watch a little bit in New Mexico here.
Orange Smoke says Continental Divide the coffee, or the other direction. Coffee pours out the other direction, right?
Well, now all the rivers, all the water flows west here. It's either going to the Sea of Cortez or towards the Pacific Ocean. On the other side of the Continental Divide, it all flows towards Mississippi. Or the Gulf of Mexico. Okay, there we go. That feels better. Yeah, just a little taste of... Actually, I'm going to put y'all back and I'm going to turn the camera to the right a little bit. Y'all got to see that. I don't know if y'all can see those red cliffs off on the distance there. It's a nifty mesa. Camera, I'm sure, doesn't do it any justice.
Extreme talked about the toilet spinning the other direction as well.
Oh, that's Australia. That's Australia. Which, wow, I should have probably got my friend from Australia to get us a video of clockwise toilet flushing or water draining. Don't necessarily need to see toilet flushing. So we have covered, let me see, 250 and, well, we've only gone about 360 miles so far today. And we've got probably at least another 350 to go because I'm going to Scottsdale, Arizona today. I'm going to go camp out with my sister. If we get there early enough, we may go do a double date to the Scottsdale Gun Club. And we just passed a mileage sign, and based off the mileage to Flagstaff, then the mileage to my sister's, it's right at 350 miles. A pretty good guess on my part. So what else are we talking about? You want to learn more about the matches? You want to learn about the videos that I made? Get a little advanced sneak peek.
Woo. Jeff H is dropping off. Maybe see you on next one soon.
May see what?
See you on WTW soon.
Well, not tonight. Maybe tomorrow night, because I'll still be driving today.
And Extreme Armor says more about the match.
More about the match. So, the Texas State Championship was actually held in Conroe in May, and they got day one of the match in the books. And that was all the part of the regional. The Bayou City Regional. And then in May, there was the big rainstorm down in Houston. I guess they got like 12 inches in 12 hours. Well, the range in Conroe got flooded. The range in Conroe is like 15 miles as the crow flies from where I grew up. Oh, y'all got to see this. It's a more beautiful New Mexico. Just the mesas, the sun shining, the cloud shadows. I'd love to go hunting speed goat out here. In fact, speaking of speed goat, we almost took one out on the highway this morning. Coming down, had a little antelope doe decide to cross the highway right in front of us. Thankfully, I saw her in the median and was able to back off the throttle and let her get across without us having to smack her. So anyways, Conroe Range is like 15 miles as the crow flies from where I grew up. They got flooded out. The decision was made to move the Texas State Championship portion of that match to Raton. So get the Texas State Championship shot and determine their Governor's 20. And as luck would have it, longtime team member, I made her join the TSRA the week we went up so she could shoot the match, and got to go shoot the Texas State Championship because it just happened to be where I was at for a change. Rocky Mountain Nationals are what we were there to shoot, and I've been shooting the Rocky Mountain Nationals since 1997 now. Very first gun I ever won, I won at the Rocky Mountain Nationals, and it's a great match to go to. My agency, the Border Patrol, puts on a BB gun match for all the kids in attendance. The kids are gigantic winners there. The Border Patrol provides the Beeman air rifles. They're all 22 caliber. Border Patrol provides the ammo. And the kids shoot 3 days. And they shoot 20 rounds a day. And they're broke up in boys and girls, and then broke down by in age categories. And every kid that shoots wins something. And one of the other competitors, he's out of Colorado. His daughter's in the Army now, and I think she may be shooting for the rifle team. And she started her shooting career at the Border Patrol BB gun match for the kids. So when I was working, and I would be at this match on detail, getting paid to be there, having my match fees paid, and getting per diem and lodging. One of our rules was every Border Patrol agent there on detail had to donate 1 day's per diem to buy the prizes for the kids. And we still donate money to the cause. We're not giving them days per diem, but we're still donating money to the cause. And the kids make out like bandits, and my kids, oh my gosh. My daughters started shooting this when they were 5 and 3 or 3, yeah, 5 and 3. And the older daughter at 5 years old won a TV. And the kids, they get to shoot the BB gun match until they're 12, I think is the cutoff. And then once they're 13, they move into the Annie Oakley Kit Carson match, which is put on by the match host, the match sponsor. and that is shooting the service gun match using whatever gun that they want, but it has to be a revolver, and it's no time limit, but it's still challenging. And when my girls were old enough and they were shooting the real guns, they were in the money. And oh my gosh, that's when we learned just how competitive it might be. They were at the scoreboard, they're plotting and conniving, going, well, if I just shoot this score, I can beat this lady. And it's no fair. This lady's shooting her husband's competition gun. What do you have that I can shoot, Dad? You're shooting this gun. So, yeah.
Jeff B says, when are you going to be building your building your own trophy room for everything you've won? And then Extreme says, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it really is awesome. You know, it's funny. I had boxes of trophies. And actually, when I retired, I got rid of a whole bunch of them because they were like little lucite things that
NRA put out.
Yeah, NRA trophies that they didn't hold that what's the word I'm looking for here? Didn't have that right feel. So I've only kept the trophies that really matter. Back in the early 2000s at the Nationals, they had silver, bronze, silver, and silver and gold coins that said what the match was. I've got all of those. I kept all of those because those are really neat. The medals and medallions, I kept those because those actually take up less space.
Distinguished badges.
And of course my distinguished badges. And when I get home, I should hopefully have my number 23 distinguished badge for production distinguished. And hopefully the letter that comes with it will tell me where I earned my final points, because I was pretty sure I legged out at the Nationals last year, but I never got notified last year.
Rogue One wants to know, what was your final take on the factory Hornady 6.5?
My final take on the factory Hornady 6.5 PRC match ammo. In my rifle, it is not match ammo. Not by a long shot.
Tom Schmidt's on, and
hey, Tom Schmidt.
So is Jens Hellemans.
Hang on, I'm driving. Oh, Jens. Hey, Jens. Let's see. This has got to be late evening for you then, isn't it, Jens? Or are we very early morning?
Where's it from?
He's in Belgium, I believe. Is that correct, Jens? You're in Belgium? So yeah, my final take on the Hornady match ammo and the 6.5 PRC, my rifle doesn't work. If I can find some other match ammo and 6.5 PRC, I may try some. I can say that. Well, let me shift to some of the video I did while we were here. I checked zero on my rifle in one video using some more than many times reloaded Hornady. And I came to a conclusion that you'll see in the video. Then I rechecked zero with my suppressor with some once fired nozzler. and I think confirmed my conclusion from the prior video. And then I shot some 153 grain A-tips, one loading using a once fired Hornady. Let me think about that a second. Back that up. Once fired Nosler versus, with a Magnum load versus many times fired Nosler without the Magnum load, different powder charge offset for that Magnum. And then I transitioned to 54.3 grains H4831, pushing the 147 ELD out of brand new Lapua brass. I finally cracked open that box of Lapua and started loading some ammo. So we are just coming into Gallup. I got to cut my speed down. They do work the highway here. Speed limit's only 65 through town.
Yeah, sure. Coming down the hill.
And so I finally started firing some of the new Lapua. I think it shot pretty well. I did another 200-yard drop test while we were there. My rifle still is only dropping about 1.5 inches. Let's see what else did I do.
Real quick, let's see. Extreme Armor says, was there a POI shift with your suppressor?
Yes, there is a POI shifter with my suppressor. My suppressor goes about 1.5 inches to 2 inches high and 1 inch right.
Henry G says he always has a shift with his.
So far, my shift seems to be pretty consistent with this rifle. A couple more trips to where I can use my suppressor and I'll be able to say for sure that it's consistent. Let's see, I also did a 600-yard video. Did some shooting off the bench. Then I did a couple of shots off the tripod, which were my first shots off the tripod at long range. Did the buffalo. Did a cold bore hit on the buffalo, secondary hit on the buffalo. Missed the gong both times, just low. But we can hear the thwack. And then we'll just say looks like a 10-inch plate just off the nose of the buffalo, and I made an attempt at the plate. And then I think the last video I did was a new red dot assembly from PFI. President John Pride, friend of mine, before our state match, he let me borrow his slide and optic for his Springfield XD. I put them on my gun. I shot an open optic match, 150 round course, won the match by X's. And when I gave him his slide and optic back, he gave me an optic. So we did a short video on the optic and quick zeroing it in, a couple of shots at 7, 15, and 25.
Sunny KW just got on.
Howdy, Sunny KW, how you doing today? Good. Let me turn you all around so you can see Gallup again. And there's a sculpture of some sort coming up just here on the right, and whenever I pass by it, I always think of Hot Wheels and the loop-de-loop. It's coming up right here on the right, up at the top of this little knoll here.
Yeah.
Could be an arch, but it looks like the Hot Wheels hoop-de-loop to me. Yes. It's amazing for those of y'all on the East Coast that can drive 3 hours and hit 3 states. Out west, you can drive all day and still be in one state. Or like Texas, it'd take you 2 days to drive across.
And the Extreme Armor says, Hot Wheel apes. Oh yeah, I remember those. Energy had one of those in the 70s, lol.
Well, those of y'all that saw it, did that not look like the Hot Wheels hoop-de-loop thing? Every time I drive by, that's all I can think of. So it'd be interesting. We're probably, let's see, right? Yeah, we got 3 miles from Arizona. I'll know as soon as I see a milepost. And we'll see how the transition into Arizona goes as far as service.
Did it drop off?
I want to say coming eastbound it dropped to 0. So well, I take it back, we're right at 20 miles. So we may drop off hard, but if we do, that's okay. Y'all kept me alert for a while, but hey, we still got 20 miles, so that's cool. And the countryside is going to change here in just a little bit once we get past Gallup, and I'll let y'all see some of that. It gets really neat. It's to me the sides of the mesas look like they've been water smooth, like it was carved by flowing water. I have no idea if it was actually a watershed or if it's wind erosion, but it's pretty neat. So what do we got? So yeah, that was the videos that we burned. So when I get home, I will definitely be busy beaver trying to edit videos, because between shooting matches, shooting videos, cleaning guns, loading ammo in the trays and magazines, and trying to be mentally prepared, well hydrated every evening,
And cooking dinner.
and cooking dinner, there wasn't a whole lot of time left to edit video, but I did make sure to get it all moved from the camera to the computer, and very sure I didn't erase my external hard drive again. That was painful when I did that once. Let's turn y'all around again so you can see some more New Mexico. So the new, or not new mount, but the other phone mount I have is a little more shaky than the one I had. But the one I had gave up the ghost. And this one here is a very solid purchase on the phone. So I don't have to worry about it jumping out on me. We are in western Gallup, western edge of Gallup now. And we have no more exits that I know of between here and the border. Literally the next exit will be at the border. We'll straighten y'all out so you can see what I'm seeing. And if I can spot anything neat left or right, I can swivel the phone. Somebody said something, I think.
Well, Sonny said he's never been west, hopes to do it someday. And then what was that? Heart keeps covering the end of the message.
Extreme. Okay. I can't make it out. The heart's covering up part of that last message. So
This is at Halfmiler. Yeah, keep us buck something. UCK. Somebody else speaks there.
yeah, as soon as somebody else says something, I'll move Extreme's message up out of the heart. Think you'll be able to read it.
I don't know why that stupid heart's there. Because it's a stupid
Yeah, it is definitely wide open country here.
Oh, us buckled in.
There we go. Tell you what though, my hands are definitely
Okay, Rogue One is signing off.
already Rogue
And
One.
he's got a barbecue chicken and all seasoned potatoes on the grill.
It's nice.
Num num.
I'll be there in about 10 minutes. I like dark meat. Lake Thigh Quarter will be fine. So yeah, it's definitely a different experience driving out west. You get the places where you are a long ways from any help. And with that being said, I took off from the house with just a tick over 269,000 miles on the truck, and we'll be turning over 271,000 in about another hour-ish or so. Yeah, we've logged some miles. And with the mesas and the volcano cores and all the geography and topography, somebody summed it up in Raton. Whenever we come up here, it makes me think of dinosaurs. Ooh, dust devil, just starting up. I don't know if y'all can see it. Right there, just a baby dust devil between us and that tan building. It just petered out.
Did you do one of the hailstorm as well?
We did do a short on the hailstorm, which I actually screwed up my title on that. I wanted to say it, oh hail no, but I got in a hurry and just did oh hail. Somebody caught the innuendo there. Speaking of somebody, it's not one of our record viewers. I gotta turn y'all back around for this. Somebody in the comments the other day, one of the 6.5 videos from the home range, was, what's with the breathing? Why are you trying to sound like you're shooting in the movies? Well, everybody's got to breathe. What nobody seems to realize is the microphone's like right here. When I'm wrapped up in the rifle, the microphone's literally right underneath my nose and mouth. So no matter how I breathe, you're going to hear it. Actually, two people made breathing comments. One saying I was trying to breathe like I was in the movies. I was just trying to keep oxygen in my brain. And the other one was in reply to somebody commenting about the table. You can never shoot a group off that table and that cheap sandbag. Yeah, they watch one video where I either don't have a good day or I don't have a good load, and they decide I can't shoot a group off that table or my rear bed. Somebody chimed in, so nothing wrong with the table.
Scans.
It's breathing like he's in the movies. Don't know what to tell you, folks. You gotta breathe. Show you back in New Mexico.
And Extreme Armor says, I like your shooting tape.
I think it's Bill Dye. Not 100% certain. So if you watch this, Bill, and I'm mistaken, please correct me. But I think it was Bill Dye. He watched a number of my videos, and he commented that